Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Monday, October the 26th. My name is Barry Anderson. I'm the moderator of our trading room. This is the address to get into the room, and the room is open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and I'm live on the mic between those hours. All right, well, today, not a great day, to say the least, for our AI channel. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday were fantastic. And obviously maybe taking just a little bit of a rest. One of the things is that for anything to work, you need a bit of a catalyst. And the catalyst, of course, last week we're in the middle of earnings season. Not a lot of earnings plays today, but there are going to be a ton of them for the balance of the week. I believe that there are, I'm going to say 1,200 earnings plays for the balance of this week. Apple, of course, the big one tomorrow afternoon. So with that in mind, I mean, it was just kind of very slow. I mean, we didn't have that many trades, and so you had to be highly selective about what you were going to do. So this is what I did. Let me just bring up a couple of them that I actually did take. And this one actually probably would have worked well if this was the end of day hold. This was, I think this was Haas was the end of day hold all day. And the trigger, let me just see, I'm going to have to bring it up. Yeah, so you can see right here the trigger was at 1469. 1469. This is to go short. It's a short strategy. Hold all day. Let me just get a 15-minute chart. Expand it out a bit. So at 14, here, I'll do this. Okay, so here, this is the candle where the triggers. There it is, 1469. So I actually took the short. I was a little bit late in it. I took the short at 1452, right about, where did the crosshair sink? Okay, right at 1452. So right about there. And, I had high hopes for it. I thought, it got down to 1419. I sold some, I covered some at on the way down the first time at 1441 right here. And again, had high hopes for it, but it got down there. But then as it popped back up, I got out of the trade right here at 1445. Let's put a little arrow or right around this area here. And now, by all rights, I would not have been stopped out. It's a 25-cent stop. So I'm in here. My stop would have been 77, 1477. So I guess if I had let it just go and hold it to the end of the day, this still would be a very nice looking trade. But, the market just was kind of choppy up and down for me anyway. So I didn't have any faith to let it, as this was happening, I thought, well, who knows? It could just, rip higher. So that's why I got out of it and, didn't quite obey what the strategy was telling me to do. Um, Let's see, I'm going to show you the loss I took was MYL. Now this, a bit of a dumb play on my part, I suppose. MYL actually was, let me just try to find it here. MYL, just going to put you on hold. Hi, so MYL actually was a long strat 4107 and I missed it and it really, really worked out well. Let me just have to click on a symbol again and then click here and you'll see where the alert was. Right there, right at this candle here. So right at 4107 was the alert. And I don't know why it's not showing up here. It should be showing up right there. As I say, we have a few little bugs to work out on our AI channel. And, we noticed a few things this morning and, we had a new build that we offered to people. And I think there's going to be another one this afternoon, probably when the market closes. I think it'll fix a couple of the little bugs that they discovered. But anyway, you got to bear with us on this. But anyway, here it was, 4107. And look what it did. I mean, it got us almost $1 on this one. So on this pullback, I decided that it might have a chance. I was waiting for it to break 4209, which was the high at that point. and I took the trade at actually looks like the high of the day at 42.15, and I stopped myself out for a loss at 41.94 right here. So kind of stupid of me, really. I suppose. Though in retrospect, maybe I would do it again. I mean, it had the pullback, pop back up through the whole number, and looked like it might be good to go. But certainly, I mean, this was the play. I should have watched it more closely down in this level. Even got, a little bit late on it would have been fine. This was more of a gamble, and it just didn't work out for me. And the only other one to talk about is, and this is working out fabulously, and I have my buddy Matt to thank for this one. Now, BRCM has earnings this afternoon after the market closes. Sorry, let's get this a little bit out here. So somebody had mentioned that this was really falling, and they were wondering if it was maybe an earnings leak. Sometimes the earnings get leaked, and so because this is a pretty dramatic fall for this stock without a catalyst. And again, unless people are just guessing that earnings are going to be really terrible. Anyway, and Matt in the room brought this to my attention anyway, to the room's attention, but I decided that it looked like a pretty interesting look here. It had fallen, bit of consolidation, popped up through the whole number, and so I ended up taking the trade right here at 51.12. It says 13, but took the trade at 51.12. I sold some at 51.30 right here. And now I'm holding on a little bit and see if we can pop back up through that 50. I see it got through 50 right now, so I'm just keeping an eye on this. See if it can, because that's a great gap to fill. And again, earnings are this afternoon after the market closes, so I certainly won't be holding this. I mean, and that's a good point, guys. When we look at these strategies, and when they say hold for 4 days, hold for 2 days, 2 days. Any strategy, there's a multi-day hold. You have to take a look at where the earnings are. Okay. Now, it'd be nice, and I probably should make a mention of it to them, maybe to make sure that earnings aren't, if you're holding for 4 days, make sure earnings are outside that 4 days. But, you should always just check anyway, because for instance, there is I don't want to call it a mistake here, but look where it says the earnings is 5 days after the market closes. And now we get our data from Benzinga, and they've been very good. But this is wrong. I mean, because it definitely earnings are this afternoon after the market closes. And I checked a couple other websites, and that's what they have. So their data provider, Benzinga's data provider, I don't know. It's not updated correctly. I don't know what the situation is, but it's always a good idea if you're going to get into a swing trade, one of our swing trades from the AI channel, or if you're going to, right now, our trade of the week is Grub, Grub, Grub. And somebody said that they have earnings this afternoon. So yeah, so you've got to be aware of that because you don't want to get trapped into something and you think it's a multi-day hold, not aware where the earnings are. All right, I know what I wanted to say. The other thing, just keep an eye on this VTL, all right? Now it is dropping, all right, but I watch it here get up to this level right here. Now let's just take a look at the daily chart on it, and you'll see why I think we should be watching this one going forward. I think the spike high right here is, I want to say 789, 790, something like that. Massive gap to fill. Had all sorts of bad news, of course, and it fell down. But, it had this great pop several days. Then it had this drop, and they announced the financing, and it has bounced off fantastically off this financing. And I think it's 525, $30 million at 525, something like that, which is really surprising to me that it bounced so quickly off this level because they announced it and just after the market closed on one day. It went down in the post market, of course, and then the next day though it popped up, which was very surprising to me for a small stock like this to do something like that. But I would just put an alert probably at 789, 792, $8, because if it breaks through there, And obviously people don't seem to care about this financing. There's a nice little void. The bottom right there is 1396. The high here is 21. The high there is 17. So I mean, there's a nice void right above this. So I would definitely be keeping an eye on this one going forward. All right, that is it. Again, not too exciting on the AI channel. And when I say not too exciting, I mean we had enough alerts, but there wasn't a lot other than that MYL. They weren't a lot that really ran, not like the ones last week. And again, I attribute that to the lack of a lot of earnings. But again, tomorrow, Apple in the afternoon, and for the balance of the week, over 1,000 earnings plays. So I think we'll probably get a lot more. We'll probably get more alerts in our strategy channel, but probably we'll get more alerts that will run and hopefully in the direction in which the strategies is, the strategy is telling us to take it. All right, that's it for today. Bring back get rid of this. Okay, again, here's the address to get into the room. If you have any questions, just email me at info@trade-ideas.com. And hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow. Again, I'm on the mic live, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.